The event was a fundraiser for Special Operations Warrior Foundation, which, by the way, you can still make a donation to, glennbeck.com/828, which provides scholarships to the children of elite troops killed in the performance of their duty. The day was largely devoted to expressions of gratitude for the sacrifices of U.S. soldiers, for great men and women of American history like Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., and for God. But it didn't end there. Dave Reaver, a Vietnam veteran, offered a closing prayer in which he thanked the Lord for the president and for Congress. Despite the unpopularity of the latter two, no booing or catcalls could be heard. Perhaps feeling defensive about how they would be portrayed in media reports, various attendees wore T-shirts noting that they were not violent or non-violent. Other participants, there was no need for explicit messages. Relaxed young parents felt comfortable enough to push strollers with children in them through the crowded areas along the memorial's reflecting pool. Not only was the rally akin to a huge church picnic, one journal reporter's description, but one had to wonder if the overachievers in this crowd actually left the area in better shape than they found it. After the event, walking from the Lincoln Memorial's reflecting pool through Constitution Gardens, this reporter scanned 360 degrees and could not see a scrap of trash anywhere. Participants and volunteers had collected all of their refuse and left it piled neatly in bags around public garbage cans. Near Constitution Avenue, I did encounter one stray piece of paper, but too old and faded to have been left that day. Given the huge representation of military families at the event, maybe it's not surprising the grounds were left in shipshape. A principal theme of that day was that attendees should restore the country by making improvements in their own lives. Be the change you wish to see in the world, as Gandhi once put it. Most of the participants were strictly amateurs in the business of activism. For many, it was their first appearance at a public demonstration. Their strikingly mild-mannered nature might even inspire Mr. Beck to acknowledge that in a crowd estimated at 300,000 people, the craziest person at the event might have been the one with a microphone. Yeah, Sarah Palin. While he admits that he's part entertainer and prone to over-the-top comments, yes, I am, his followers appear to be sincerely responding to his message that America needs to cling to their best traditions. Mr. Beck's program appears on the Fox News channel, which is owned by News Corp, which also owns the Wall Street Journal. The conservative Mr. Beck's ability to draw this many people to Washington may seem to suggest enormous gains, and here's where I think the article goes off the rails, for the Republicans come the fall. But the GOP shouldn't expect voters to simply hand them a congressional majority without making them earn it. A pregame chatter off and on season optimism translated into victory. If it did, the New York Jets and the Redskins would meet in the Super Bowl every year. Between Saturday's crowd in Washington and the Tea Parties agitating for limited government, we may be witnessing the rebuilding of the Reagan coalition, the fusion of religious and economic conservatives that political theorist Frank Meyer once endorsed. Reagan always believed that the Republican Party was the natural home for this movement, but GOP leaders in Washington need to prove that they are worthy of it. Let me tell you what it really means. The last two paragraphs I disagree with. This is not about politics. This is about changing yourself, and Washington will change naturally because we won't have them as representatives. But we have to demand it of ourselves first. This is the third great American awakening. There have been two. One started by George Whitefield, and it led to the American Revolution. The second one happened in the 1840s and 50s, and it started with people of faith, of all faiths, and it led to the freeing of the slaves. This one is going to restore our Constitution. It's going to restore individual responsibility. It's going to restore faith, hope, and charity as we learn ourselves. What do we really truly believe in? Do we go to church because, I don't know, we've always gone to church? Or I believe in it because my mom and dad taught me and now I'm 40 and I still believe in it? Why do you go to church? What do you really truly believe in? Hope. Hope comes from truth. What is the truth? Find out in your own self. Question with boldness. Find the truth. And then live the truth. Make sure all your business dealings, all the time, make sure every relationship is based in truth. And charity, give tithe. If you're going to church, give 10%. That's what Moses said God said to give. I know that's a tough one to swallow. But God says, prove me here and now. I did. I couldn't believe that I never thought tithing would make my life better. I never did. You got to be kidding me, right? It changes everything. And it's the only way this country can do real charity without the government, is if we do it ourselves. Can you imagine how much money we would have if we all gave 10%? By the way, I started giving 10% when I was poor. I know it's hard. But with firm reliance on divine providence, you'll be okay. That's what this movement is about. It's not about the November election. I don't really care about the November election. That's a short-term fix. The third great American awakening is what it's really all about. And you are living history. Back in a second.
Oh, say can you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, I mentioned that in addition to the amazing politeness and cleanliness of the 500,000 people in the crowd in the National Mall on Saturday, there were also some unbelievable stories of service and kindness. And I asked you yesterday, please send them to us. Tell us your story. Tell us what happened on the mall so we can chronicle them. Do it and send them to kindness@glennbeck.com. Now, here's a couple of stories that we heard from listeners on my radio program yesterday. Listen to this.
We go to Ethel in Pennsylvania. Hello, Ethel.
Hello, I'm calling to give my testimony from Saturday.
Okay.
I have to tell you my circumstances first for you to appreciate it. I'm an older black woman. I'm partially sighted, and I'm not able to walk very well, so my daughter and I rented a scooter to get me where I needed to go. We practiced at the supermarket and places like that, but we were nowhere near prepared for the crowds we encountered on Saturday. As we were approaching the subway station, there was a white family who asked us if we needed help as we were searching around for an elevator. They helped me get on the elevator. There was a father, his wife, and 2 children. And he was guiding me. He put his hand on the control of my scooter, and he guided me through the crowd. And he guided me onto the subway, the train.
He spent the day with you, he and his family?
Entire day. They spent the entire day with us. He was just making sure that I was okay. He treated me like family, and I believe he heard your message.
Well, Ethel, I'm glad you came, and I'm glad you had that experience. I saw the kindness of people everywhere, and obviously I couldn't go into the crowd, but it was an amazing. You could feel it. You could absolutely feel it. And especially the night before when we went to Ethel, thank you for your call. Let me go to Kelly in Connecticut. Hello, Kelly.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I am great. I had an amazing experience on 8/28. We got there around 7:30 in the morning. We were on the left side up behind the trees by the reflecting pool. And we straggled our way up to where we were sitting, and my husband looked at me and said, "Do you have my wallet in your purse?" I said, "No, I don't have it." And we thought somebody had pickpocketed my husband. We had $2 to our name. An angel named Mark was standing next to us at the tree, looked at me and said, "Your husband lost his wallet." I said, "Yes, we have $2 to our name." And he said, "Here, take this. I don't need it. We're doing well. Just take this." And I took the water money that he gave me, and my husband said, "We cannot take this money from you. You just can't." He said, "No, please take it." And my husband took the money and unwadded, and we figured, $20, $40. He gave us 4 $100 bills.
Oh, my God.
I was in such shock. I just cried. I hugged him. I hugged his wife, thanked them profusely, and then at 6 o'clock at night, my husband comes to me and says, "You're not going to believe this. They have my wallet." And I said, "Oh, my gosh." Somebody had found the wallet and picked it up, given it to the police. It had our money, our credit cards. Nothing had been touched.
Unbelievable.
And
Unbelievable. Everything in me, I know that people are good. People are good. They just need a little push. That's all they need. It's just a little push to be good.
If, in fact, you choose today to change your life and root them in faith, hope, and charity, we will change the world. If we declare that we stand for something, if we do not, to paraphrase Abraham Lincoln, the world will little note nor long remember what we said here. It's what we do from here that matters. Take the 40-day challenge and change your life. Let your children see it.
A lot is being written, most of it wrong, on 8/28 on what it was all about. I said that, but I issued a similar challenge the night before on 8/27. There's been a lot of talk of 8/28, but the event that happened there at the Kennedy Center was an event my wife and I put on. It was remarkable. In some ways, people who were there also came to 8/28, but there were 1,500 pastors, priests, clerics there at the Kennedy Center. There's probably about 1,900. And then I gave tickets away for the rest. We gave these tickets away to these people who are members of all different denominations. They gathered for this evening of divine destiny because you're going to see a change in your synagogue or your church or whatever you attend. You're going to see a change. And I issued that challenge that night as well. Now I invite you to take this challenge. You can watch the whole Kennedy Center event now on Insider Extreme. You can sign up for it at glennbeck.com and become a member and watch it. And then on Friday, I'm going to introduce you to 3 people that were in that. And you'll know, when you watch it, I think you'll know the 3 that are going to be joining me on Friday. And I have a feeling they will join me quite a bit. These guys are amazing. I mean, up out of your seat inspiration. And just restoring the principles that made this country great. This Friday, 3 members of the Black Robe Regiment will be joining me. We'll see you there.
America today begins to turn back to God.
That saved a wretch like me.
From New York, good night, America.